Hello everybody, welcome back. This is EonShiKeno, and I'm going to cast a game here on Tal'Darim Altar between NEXSickness and, which is a Protoss player, red Protoss player in the top left, and on the top right we've got a blue Zerg player, which I don't know his name there. Looks to be in Korean. This is from the Korean server. Fresh off the hot presses, a very new and exciting game. And we're having PvZ here on Tal'Darim Altar, and let's see what we got going on here. Overlord scouting, luckily in the correct direction. And yeah, not too much going on here. And there's a probe already being sent out. He's got about 150 minerals saved up. There's going to go pylon. I'm going to predict here he's going to go for a forge fast expand. That just seems to be the standard Protoss play, at least on this map. I use this build quite often here, forge fast expand. And here's one thing I hate about the scouting path of this probe. If you just take your probe and click after you build your pylon, you just click down here. He'll go around this right way and then curve around this way instead of to the left, which would conveniently go by his own logger tower, which would be, kind of handy. So you have to manually click on the zone logger tower, then click over here at this next base, and the next base, and that's a little helpful tip for you people out there. It just bothers me that the pathing just isn't right here. I guess it's just a little nudge here. As you can see, this ramp here that kind of makes it annoying, but I think it's definitely beneficial to scout next to the zone logger towers, just in case there's I don't know, an overlord or who knows what there could be. If there's Terran, there's like, I don't know, 2 SCVs coming for proxy. Who knows? You never know. But I always like to scout those Naga towers out. And our Protoss player here, Sickness, is looks like he's going to be getting up to, wow, he's getting up to 16 supply here, which seems a little larger now. Is he going to go straight for a Nexus? He looks like he's going to Nexus first, actually. I prefer to do the Forge Nexus expand, Forge first, and then go for a Nexus just because it's a little bit safer. In this situation, the pool is almost done. So he still can wall this off completely with a Forge and then like a Gateway and then a Cybernetics Core. Or just a Gateway if that problem comes out to be. But in that situation, you have to do a full wall off and then you have to kill some of your buildings. Some players prefer to do that, just get the Nexus up a little quicker. I don't know, my playstyle, I just prefer to play a little bit safer and just go for the Forge first. But we do have a metabolic boost being researched, so this Zerg player is going to play a little aggressive. He took play 2 drones off gas, and he's going to be mining on minerals so he can see an expansion in his future. Queen on the way. Zerglings are out and about, and this Overlord just there scouted out that expansion, so he knows there's an expansion there. He's going to try and get here as soon as possible and try and mess up this wall before that cannon finishes. That cannon has got about 100 in-game seconds left to go before it can get in here. It looks like it won't finish before those Zerglings get there, but I don't see how they're going to get in here. This probe will easily be able to wall this off here, and he might even just sit there until that pylon or a photon cannon finishes just to do a little bit of blocking. But nope, he expects the Zerglings to come there. He doesn't want to take any damage. Throws up that pylon, and is that even in range? That would be terrible if that's not in range. He's going to kill that, so he's going to back up and then cancel that one very smartly. Back up. He's probably going to cancel this pylon and put up a Cybernetics Core here anyway. Get a wall off with 1 space left open. Now the expansion is up for a Zerg player, so he's going to switch into macro mode here as his Queen out. Going to do tons of injects and drones. We saw the Zerg player only went with 4 Zerglings there, not, overdoing it. Actually, he got a couple more. I think he went with 6 there. Doing an initial 6 there. Just in case the Protoss player makes a mistake. But nowadays, most Masters level Protoss players can get away with this fast expand pretty easily. And the Zerg player is behind at this point. You can see the Protoss player has his expansion up and going, and the Zerg player is behind. We can check the harvest count, 24 versus 21, so already the Protoss player is in the lead. Now, I really love this position of this pylon. You always have to watch out for fast Nidus worms on this map. Your base is huge here as a Protoss player. You can see how big this is all the way over here, and it's like so much room. Especially like in these back areas, but he did a really good job of this placement of this pylon. He's going to see everything here. There's going to be no Nidus Storms in this area. Just have to worry about 1 right in here, or 1 here in the back corners. So I really like the placement of that pylon. Second gas going up, chrono boosting out probes, of course. Not really worried about any type of oncoming attacks. 2 gateways up and going, a second photon cannon going down just to play it safe, in case there is a roach bust coming or any type of tactics like that. We do have our Zerg player over here with speed finished, taking out some destructible rocks, and their second Queen is out. Going to start doing some more larva injects. He's already starting a melee attack 1 upgrade for his Zerglings, and he's got that hatchery about 25% morphed there into the layer. And he's going to be on 4 gases pretty soon. So with 4 gases and getting Zergling upgrades, I'm going to predict he's going to go with Zergling Muta. I think that's kind of what he's going to go for here. There's really no reason to get 4 gas this early unless you're going to go Muta. I mean, of course, you could go Infestor, but I think just the common playstyle would just be Zergling Muta, but I don't know, he may go Infestor and just prove me wrong. We'll see how that goes, but he has only made 4 Zerglings out so far, and with those other two initial Zerglings, so hasn't had to spend too many larvae on drone or on Zerglings actually, just because he knows this Protoss player is playing pretty safe. He saw the expansion. I think he saw the expansion get up. No, he saw it warp in there and then he ran away. So we do have sentries now coming out, chrono boosting out warp gate. 4 gases up for our Protoss player, and he's spreading out his gateways here. Good job with the gateway spread, just making sure every single part of the map you have vision of in your base. No Nidus Worm is going to come into play here, and that's a really good play there by Sickness. Almost taking on these destructible rocks here for our Zerg player, and there it is, his Spire just about halfway finished, and that +1 is just about done. There it is, it's finished now. It's going to see a lot of Zerglings come out, probably throw up a third, and just try and macro up a little bit more, get that third up, and then start harassing. Now we're going to have to see how our Protoss player decides to deal with these Muta. He does have Twilight Council coming out, which will help a little bit, +1 attack. Ground upgrades is on the way, so Blink will come in really handy if he decides to go with that, but right now he's just chrono boosting out some sentries, which would be nice in case there's a bus coming, but sentries aren't the greatest unit to deal with Mutalisks. And we have a Robo coming out too, another gateway, so he's going to have more than enough gateway, and got his base pretty spread out here. No defense in the back, no cannons yet. He's got 2 cannons in the front and no cannons at his back and his main. So if these Muta come out and deal quite a bit of damage, this is probably the window their Zerg player is looking for. We have some Zerglings out here at the front. And this +1 just about finished, and these Muta, 9 Muta on the way, 10 Muta even on the way. Those are going to be out and going to deal some hurt right on top of Sickness's base. So Blink is being researched, so that Blink is going to come out. It looks like that Blink is not going to finish in time unless he keeps continuing to chrono boost it. That could be extremely critical here if that Blink doesn't finish in time, and if he just doesn't have enough Stalkers out. He does have, oh, he's got more than enough Stalkers out to deal with 10 Mutalisks right now along with these sentries. So, and he's even making 2 more pylons, probably going to throw up 1 cannon here in between those, but the Mutalisks are out, and they're going to go on the attack, and this Zergling quickly coming over here to left to check to make sure there is no third. Of course, there is no third, and at the same time, he's taking a third here at his, I guess, next following natural. Now, the Mutalisks aren't actually going for harass. They're just going to come over and attack. Kind of confused by this, but there are a lot of Zerglings out. If you can get a nice surround there, Force Field's going to go down, not actually doing too much. Now he's finally finished that Force Field wall, and those Zerglings are going to get a lot of kills there. Wow, he's going to kill all those sentries. Great work with the Zerglings, and now Mutalisks are dealing a lot of damage. Those Stalkers need to blink out of there. Now the Blink finally just came on cooldown, and now they're going to be safe. They're on the ledge. The Zerglings no longer a problem now. It's Muta versus Zergling, and the Muta are forced to fall back, but that was a great play there by the Zerg player, just picking off all of those sentries, and that definitely put him in a pretty good position, because losing your sentries that early is definitely a problem. Now our Zerg player is setting up his third, and these Muta are going to come up here to harass to the top. Robo, I don't think, hasn't even made anything yet. Maybe an Observer. Yep, an Observer over here checking out. Going to go there, check out that third pretty soon. And Muta are going to come here, do some harassing. There's no defense back here for Sickness's base, and these probes are just going to fall like flies. And these Stalkers are going to have to come up here, blink, save, maybe get some damage. Nope, they're just going to run up here conveniently. Drones, probes are going to go back to harvesting now. And he's going to be forced to put some cannons up if he wants to go for some type of offensive play here. He's going to need to make some more probes, but he's spent most of his money here on photon cannons. Before we can check the harvest count, 48 versus 37, so the Zerg player are well in the lead now after that little bit of an attack, and he's up on his third now, so he's going to be able to pump out some more drones, and at the same time, he's got his fourth up and going over here. This Observer doing a really good job of keeping an eye on the Zergling force here. That plus attack 2 is just now being started for the Zerg melee upgrade, and these Muta came in here to try to do some damage, but there are just way too many Stalkers to actually accomplish very much in there. Plus 1 attack upgrade is done for them, of course. Another Stalker, or actually another Overlord and a Queen just now finishing, and 6 more drones coming out. Baneling Nest also coming. And Muta trying to come back in and get some damage, but oh no, there's just way too many Stalkers. I think our Zerg player is getting a little too enthusiastic about attacking. Maybe got a little happy after that first attack and was like, yeah, I'm kicking ass. I'm going to go in there and kill some more units, but no. The only reason that first attack went so well for him is because he fought the Protoss player in the open. He snuck in his Zerglings, those force fields didn't complete, and just got all those sentries killed. But here, whenever he's in the safety of his own base and the Stalkers can just blink from spot to spot, he's just losing a lot of Mutalisks. 2 right there, not even worth it. Kind of throwing these Mutalisks away. I don't really like this play too much. Now he's continuing the Mutalisk Zergling play. I like the Zergling Mutalisk play, especially on this map, because it is huge. I mean, you can just hit everywhere at once with Zerglings at the same time. Now this is confusing me. He's making banelings. Making banelings to deal with mass stalker. I mean, maybe he could go for some type of baneling bombs, but I don't think overload speed has even been started. No, overload speed isn't even started, nor dropped, so I don't see baneling bombs coming in anytime soon. But no, he's gonna lose another meter. Oh wow, he just needs to give that a rest. Sickness has got his number. These Mutalisk attacks have been failing as far as I'm concerned. Every Mutalisk is 100 minerals, 100 gas. That is not worth a pylon, that's for sure. So he's got 3 or 4 banelings here. He's got an overseer on the way. That's going to be nice. He's going to be able to get rid of that observer that was floating around. He's still over here keeping an eye on this third base. Now, I think this is definitely the time Sickness could go and put up an expansion. If he put some more cannons up here, maybe put 2 or 3 cannons back here, that would help him buy a little bit of time. Only has 1 cannon up here. Preferring to stick with the Stalker. Now he's just going to go for a huge attack. +2 is just about finished. 10 banelings are going to be finished right here pretty soon, and these Zerg players are going to have to fall back. I don't know if he's going to have enough Zerglings to deal with this high number of Stalkers. He's going to be able to blink away and blink up this ramp, kind of keep those Stalkers away from there. Baneling's now getting in position here. Baneling's just blowing up all the Stalkers, kind of odd. And now he's going to be forced to fall back, blink up there to the high ground. That's definitely not a position the Zerg player wants to fight him at. He's going to fall back a little bit. Now he's going to go in for another attack. Baneling's now coming in, going to deal a lot of damage there. And they're going to try and sneak in there and get back there, get into the heart of all that mass Protoss army. Force Field's going to go down, trapping 2 of his own Stalkers. Oh, there we go, taking out a sentry. And going to be forced to fall back. Food count, supply count 127 for a Zerg player, 75 for Sickness. He's got a lot of Zerglings incoming, taking out that proxy pylon, a lot of Stalker, or actually a lot of Stalkers falling, and a lot of Mutalisks taking it over. And our Protoss player is going to need some type of different combination because he does not have the critical number of Stalkers to deal with. Oh no, the Zerg player, forgetting about an Overseer, losing that, that's going to be a problem. Now, a lot of Zerglings coming out, more Banelings, more Mutalisks, and I think the army composition favors the Zerg player in this situation. Just Zerglings with +2 just deal so much damage to Stalkers, and pure Stalkers in this low number just isn't cost effective against Zergling Muta. I think if you want to do this strat, you need to have a huge number of Stalkers that you can just blink like large chunks of them at a time. And he's kind of whittling them away here, but those Stalkers are so low up front. This centrifugal hooks is finished, and blinking, going to snipe one of those Banelings, going to be forced to fall back. Zerg player falling back. He's up on 4 base now. An observer checking out all this. We can check out his vision so far. He hasn't scouted this top one, but I would be safe to assume that he thinks it is up there anyway. Zergling's going to come here, try and get a surround on these blink Stalkers, but that's not going to work. Picking off 3 or 4 Zerglings there, going to work out pretty well, but as soon as his Mutalisk ship, that fight is going to go completely differently. He's got a lot of Banelings. Surprised he's just not singing all that gas straight into Mutalisks and upgrades, but he's getting Banelings, so I guess he prefers those. Maybe he's expecting some more Zealots to show up, but that's the kind of combination he's going with, and he's got a lot of Mutalisks out at this point. We can check the harvester count. Wow, 70 versus 33. That's insane. I didn't expect that. And wow, 12 Stalkers versus 18 Mutalisks. This is... Oh, no, Banelings, and blinking up just in the nick of time. Didn't lose too many Stalkers. I think just 2 or 3 died right there. And 4 base versus 2 base. This Protoss player has kind of got tunnel vision right now. He's kind of just warping in Stalkers, trying to finish him. But look at the income of this Zerg player. He's just 1,000 minerals, like triple the supply. I don't know. I think maybe Sickness kind of got a little on tilt after losing all those probes at his main and kind of losing all those Stalkers. Those were 2 huge blows that happened to him so far early in this game. And I don't know. It's not looking good for him here. Now he's going to lose a lot of probes, and this is just going so downhill for Sickness. Blinking over here, and actually can't blink across. He blinks down this little pit. Forced to sit there in timeout while these Mutalisks come in and kill everything, and he has to fall back, and the harvester count has gapped 18 to 69. Huge. And Blink Stalker's coming back in, and yeah, I think our Protoss player lost the window he had there to take his third, and he's just falling so far behind the Zerg player. I think is just momentarily just going to steamroll him with just a massive amount of Banelings and Zerglings, and this is just going to be pretty bad here. No creep tumors yet. Oh man, what is this Zerg player doing? Whenever I see a Zerg player who doesn't have creep tumors, it just doesn't seem right. It's like a Protoss player who doesn't use warp gates, you know? It's just something that they just seems like they should do. A lot of Zerglings coming in, and these Stalkers are going to need to blink somewhere, and they are dancing in their faces. And look at this, just right in his face, doing a Delta configuration there. Just running in there and dancing a Sickness. Oh, at first I thought they were burrowing, but I'm like, that's taking way too long to burrow. And then of course that's the largest Zergling dance. That's pretty cocky, running all your Zerglings into your opponent's face. So many Mutalists. Mutalists, can you dance? No, they can't. They just shoot these little glaive worms, which is the worst name for an attack I've ever heard. And so many Zerglings gonna come in here. Is he gonna dance again? It looks like Banelings are coming in. Oh, a lot of Banelings. There they go, just mowing all that down, and they're blinking not far enough. He's got the force field. The 1 or 2 force fields gonna go down. But there are just so many Mutalists out, and I lost my mouse. My mouse is, I don't know. There we go. I got it back. GG from Sickness. And oh man, that game. Oh, he's dancing again. Look at this. Here are the Zerg players. Good game here by the Zerg player. And that just attack, that the push out from Sickness that he had, where he lost those sentries, and then he lost all his probes there, and just didn't take a third. He just kind of fell back, and he just got further and further behind. And the Zerg player just capitalized on that with Zergling Muta, some great upgrades, +2 on both his air and his ground. And that was just an amazing play there. So yeah, that dance was hilarious. I'm gonna have to put some music along with that and put that at the end. I've been doing these little clips here at the end of the show. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not. For like the last 5 seconds, I just sneak in something funny. But hope you guys enjoyed this game. That was definitely entertaining for me to watch. So check out my YouTube page, youtube.com/EonShiKeno. Subscribe, rate, comment. You know how to do it. See you later.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother.
Ice, ice, baby, too cold.